What is a college degree really worth around the world? If two people earn the exact same college degree, but one lives in America, another in Brazil, another in Germany, another in India, and another in South Africa, did they actually buy the same thing? Now, we were told that a college degree was the ticket to a better life. Go to school, get your degree, get a good job, make more money. But here's the question nobody seems to ask. What is that degree actually worth? Because a bachelor's degree in one country might dramatically change somebody's economic future. In another country, having a degree might be so common that it barely separates you from everybody else. And even inside the same country, an engineering degree, nursing degree, business degree, and humanities degree can produce completely different financial outcomes. So tonight, I want to go around the world. America, Europe, Asia, Latin America, Africa, and ask one simple question. In 2026, what is a college degree really worth? The degree is not dead. Here's where this conversation gets interesting. You hear people online saying college is a scam. But the worldwide numbers don't really support saying that across the board. Across OECD countries, tertiary educated full-time workers earn substantially more on average than workers whose education stopped at the upper secondary level. So education still carries economic value, but here's where I disagree with the way we normally talk about college. The question isn't simply whether a degree has value. The question is, how much value did you receive for what you paid to get it? Those are two completely different questions. Now, your country changes the value of your degree. Here's something that surprised me. The financial premium for higher education isn't remotely equal around the world. In countries where relatively fewer people have university credentials and employers strongly reward those credentials, a degree can create enormous separation in income. Brazil and South Africa are examples where tertiary educated workers have had extremely large earning premiums compared with workers with upper secondary education. Meanwhile, countries such as Denmark, Norway, and Sweden have much smaller relative earnings gaps. Now, that doesn't mean Scandinavian universities are bad. Not at all. It means the economic structure is different. And that leads to an important point. The value of education isn't determined by the diploma hanging on your wall. It's also determined by the economy surrounding that diploma. America, high reward, high risk. America is fascinating because higher education can still produce enormous lifetime financial returns. But America also creates a huge question. What did you have to pay to get that return? Tuition, student loans, interest, housing, books, 4 more years of your life. And don't forget opportunity cost. What could you have earned during those years? That's why saying college graduates make more money doesn't finish the conversation. You have to compare degree plus career plus cost plus debt plus time equals actual return on investment. A $30,000 education leading to a strong career is one equation. A $150,000 education leading to a modest paying career is another equation entirely. Now, Brazil, South Africa, and emerging economies. Here's one of the most interesting parts of the global picture. In some countries, relatively fewer adults have tertiary qualifications. That scarcity can make the credential more economically valuable. Brazil is a fascinating example. The OECD has reported exceptionally large relative earnings advantages for tertiary educated workers there. Think about what that means. People sometimes assume that because America is wealthier, an American degree automatically has more relative economic value. That's not necessarily how this works. The important question is, how much does having that credential separate you from other workers inside your economy? That's an entirely different measurement. Europe. Lower costs can change the equation. Then you get to parts of Europe. Some European countries have much smaller earnings premiums associated with higher education than countries such as Brazil. But there's another side of the equation. Students in different countries can face dramatically different education costs and financing systems. So you cannot simply say country A has a smaller wage premium, therefore college isn't valuable there. You have to ask, what did the student have to invest to receive that degree? This is why return on investment matters more than simply looking at somebody's salary. Yeah. Asia, the credential competition problem. Now, let's go to Asia. Countries such as South Korea have extremely educated populations. And this introduces another phenomenon, credential inflation. If very few people have bachelor's degrees, possessing one can separate you from the crowd. But what happens when everybody has one? Employers can start saying, okay, bachelor's degree, everybody applying has that. Now, maybe the master's becomes the differentiator. Then professional certifications, then experience, then specialized skills. The degree hasn't necessarily become worthless. Its scarcity value has changed. Now, the degree doesn't matter as much as which degree. This might be the biggest mistake people make. They talk about a college degree like it's one product. It isn't. Engineering isn't education. Computer science isn't philosophy. Nursing isn't communications. Accounting isn't fine arts. And the labor market doesn't compensate every field equally. Across many developed economies, STEM-related qualifications tend to be associated with some of the strongest earnings. So asking, is college worth it, is almost the wrong question. Ask, is this degree from this institution at this price for this career in this country worth it? Now we're having a serious conversation. Now, skills are starting to compete with credentials. Now add artificial intelligence, online education, professional certifications, coding boot camps, technical training, apprenticeships, entrepreneurship, creator businesses. Suddenly, universities aren't the only organizations capable of delivering economically valuable knowledge. That's important. But I wouldn't make the mistake of saying AI makes college obsolete. Doctors still need education. Engineers need education. Lawyers need education. Scientists need education. Teachers need education. And countless professions either require degrees or strongly reward them. What artificial intelligence could change is the value of paying enormous amounts of money simply to obtain general knowledge that technology can increasingly help people acquire elsewhere. Now, the world is moving towards degree plus skills. I think the winner of the future may not be degree versus no degree. It may be degree plus valuable skills plus artificial intelligence literacy plus experience plus adaptability. Because imagine two graduates, both have the same bachelor's degree. Graduate number one says, I've got my diploma, somebody hire me. Graduate number two has a diploma, knows how to use AI, understands data, communicates well, has actual projects to show employers, and continuously learns new technology. Who would you hire? Exactly. The degree might get you through the door. What you can actually do determines what happens after you walk through it. Yeah. The Snakz Thoughts College ROI test. Before somebody spends 4 years and potentially tens of thousands of dollars pursuing a degree, I think they should answer 6 questions. What will this degree cost me? Not just tuition, total cost. What does this career realistically pay? Not the highest salary somebody found online, the realistic salary. Number 3, does the career actually require the degree? If yes, that's important. Number 4, how strong is the employer demand? What happens when I graduate? 5, is there a cheaper route to the same destination, such as community college, public university, vocational training, certification, apprenticeship? Number 6, will this career still have strong demand as artificial intelligence becomes more capable? The last question is more important every year. Yeah, and as I close, so what is a college degree worth worldwide? There isn't one answer. In some countries, higher education can dramatically separate your earning potential from the rest of the workforce. In others, university education has become so common that the credential alone may provide less differentiation. And everywhere, your field of study matters. Your cost matters. Your debt matters. Your skills matter. Your country matters. And increasingly, your ability to work with technology matters. So maybe parents shouldn't automatically tell every kid, go to college. And maybe we shouldn't tell them, don't go to college. Maybe the smarter advice is, know exactly what you're buying before you spend 4 years buying it. Because education can be one of the greatest investments you ever make. But an investment only makes sense when you understand the return. This is Snakz Thoughts. And I want to know what you think. What country are you watching from? And do you believe a college degree is still worth it where you live? Put your country and your answer in the comments. I want this conversation to go worldwide. Yeah. Is a college degree still worth it? The answer changes by country. This has been Snakz Thoughts. Peace out, guys, and I will catch you on the next one later.